It's no secret that film props are invaluable. They're an important part of the film's history after all, but actors usually only view them as souvenirs from their time playing a certain character, and most of them end up taking something from their respective television sets. Though it's frowned upon for actors to take movie props, that rarely stops them from doing so. Let's dive into how Margot Robbie recently revealed the perfect Harley Quinn prop she snagged. Let's look at the Suicide Squad star, Margot Robbie. Who isn't familiar with the iconic character of Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad and her goodnight baseball bat? No spoilers, but that baseball bat was sort of a big deal in the movie. The actress, Margot Robbie, who plays her in 2016's Suicide Squad, didn't shy away from admitting that she managed to snag her Harley Quinn baseball bat. She appeared in a recent video for Elle to promote her new movie, Amsterdam, along with her co-stars Rami Malek and John David Washington. They were asked what favorite props they'd taken from sets, and Robbie disclosed that she'd kept Harley Quinn's baseball bat after wrapping up the movie. She attempted to add humor to her confession by nodding to the goodnight text on the bat and saying, "I've got my Harley Quinn baseball bat next to my bed. Just in case anyone makes the mistake of breaking into my house, they'll regret that." She insisted that the bat would seriously be her weapon of choice in case of a break-in. Her answer proves once again what most fans in the franchise have already established. She's perfect for the role of Harley, because that's exactly what the on-screen iconic character would have done. So now, for the most important question, is Robbie going to make a comeback in the Suicide Squad franchise? The character's popularity guarantees that she's likely to pop in again in the DC Extended Universe. But so far, there's no word on when or if Robbie will be stepping back into the role of Harley Quinn. The first time that Robbie brandished Harley Quinn's baseball bat was during Suicide Squad. She later reprised the role further 2 times, once in 2020's Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, and another time in 2021's The Suicide Squad. It was announced earlier this year that Lady Gaga will be playing the character in Joker, Folie à Deux, opposite Joaquin Phoenix, but good news for the fans, Lady Gaga isn't replacing Robbie because Joker isn't set in the same universe as the DCEU. The Amsterdam star herself expressed her excitement over Gaga taking up the Harley Quinn mantle for that project, yet unfortunately, she didn't offer any hints about her next role as Harley. But on the brighter side, it means that her role as the DCEU's Harley remains intact, and she could still return as the character in the future. So fingers crossed. And while we're on the topic of actors snagging valuable movie props, here's some bizarre stuff that actors have managed to swipe from their respective sets. Starting off with Gabrielle Union from Bring It On. Gabrielle Union clearly proved that no one should worry about negative people when she first wore the cheerleader's uniform. Union, who's now 42, played Isis, the team captain of the East Compton Clover cheerleading squad. Hard to imagine that even after 19 years have passed by, she still has the uniform tightly locked in a closet. A better example of her love for fashion is difficult to find. The audience saw her wearing the uniform when she celebrated her birthday, flashing up some dazzling memories. Even after all this time, we must say, she looked just as perfect as when she originally wore it. Gabrielle proved her love for Bring It On through a tribute introducing her 11-month-old daughter, Kavya. Moving on to the Twilight star, Kristen Stewart. The idea of actors and models keeping shooting rings to themselves might seem a little weird at first, but it's actually not that uncommon. Kristen Stewart, for example, decided to keep the filming rings used in the Twilight series to herself. The rings are truly special to her. One of the rings was given to her by her character's late mother, while the other was the engagement ring presented by Pattinson's character Edward when he proposed to her in the film. Stewart may have acted in several super hit movies, but she definitely has a soft spot for Twilight, and we don't blame her. It'd be worth mentioning here that the engagement ring's been auctioned for a staggering $16,800. Crazy, right? No wonder some film props are so tempting to steal. Next up, we have Sir Ian McKellen from Lord of the Rings. Back in 2015, Sir Ian McKellen confessed that stealing gold coins from the LOTR set was one of the most favorite memories of his career. Of course, given the sentimental value and popularity of this prop, it's easy to understand why. McKellen had a fantastic career in the film industry, being nominated for and winning several awards. His little confession about grabbing some, precious items came as an astonishing discovery to the fan base. Prior to this, he was solely famous for his role as Gandalf in The Lord of the Rings. Unsurprisingly, coins were not the only item he stole for himself. Another equally valuable item, the front door key to Bilbo Baggins' humble Shire home, was also swiped by him. Sir Ian McKellen and stealing are two words that don't compute in our mind, but stranger things have happened. Now, for the world-famous Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds. What came as a surprise? Imagine how the fans must have felt when Ryan Reynolds took to Instagram to reveal a glimpse of his infamous suit for Deadpool 2. But it doesn't end there. To the fans' dismay, the suit had never been used. Instead, an entirely new design had been adopted. Yet Ryan wasn't having any of it. He's always been possessive about the movie. Dare anyone raise any objection about it, he'll give them a fitting reply for sure. Following that, with the need for speed actor Aaron Paul. The moment Aaron Paul found himself behind the wheels of a beautiful speed car, the Koenigsegg Agera, he knew it opened the doors of fortune for him. Exaggeration much? Nah. True that the racing beast had to clock 910 horsepower speed to attract attention, but on God, when it did, the sky was the limit. Make no mistake, this car doesn't come cheap. In fact, it's one of the most expensive cars ever made. Funny part being that the car is illegal in the United States. Yet despite all the obstacles, they went ahead with the actual cars in the film. Moving on with our very own Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr., aka Iron Man, didn't shy away from revealing that Marvel gave him the giant 30-foot-tall A that was planted on the Stark Tower sign in the Avengers. Downey, even after making a handsome amount during the film, expressed his interest when he first saw the huge letter A during production. But then again, we've already established that the actors don't care about the money as much as they do about the memories and career milestones. While it isn't cool that Downey isn't allowed to show off the A as an exhibit, he still gets to place it right in his office. Walking into his office must feel like walking straight into the Avengers headquarters. Downey makes up for the lack of exhibition by bragging about how he acquired the awesome item only to make fans jealous. And we'd be lying if we said we don't feel the sting. Topping off our list with the infamous Harry Potter and the illegal snagging of props from the set. True that the movie's all about witches and wizards, but the actors didn't need magic to make their favorite props disappear from the set. Even though it was strictly forbidden for anyone to take anything off of the Harry Potter set, do you seriously think that Emma Watson, Daniel Radcliffe, and Rupert Grint were just going to walk away empty-handed after spending a large chunk of their childhood on the sets of 8 different Harry Potter films? Well, they didn't. Emma Watson admits to have taken her wand, cloak, and the time turner she used in the third movie, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Daniel Radcliffe believes that just 2 pairs of his glasses would suffice as pieces of memorabilia. Even the late Alan Rickman, who played the grim Severus Snape throughout the entire Harry Potter series, revealed that he had kept Snape's wand. Although they could get in trouble for that, it's worthwhile for the keepsake because it's all harmless props that may have held sentimental value for the actors who used them. Things got a bit serious, however, when some actors like Rupert Grint went as far as attempting to steal a golden dragon egg worth millions of dollars, along with his co-stars James and Oliver Phelps, who played George and Fred Weasley. That egg played an important role in the plot of the 4th movie, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This was a bit much in our opinion. That's a wrap for this video. Was it news to you that actors sometimes get to take millions of dollars worth of movie props home? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.